Hello everyone, welcome back for today's daily match. And today I'm gonna have another match facing here on the blue Protoss Baker. As you guys know, I already uploaded a match with him against Nesty. Pretty cool match, pretty intense. And after I uploaded that match, I went to try to research a bit more about him because, well, I saw that he was very high ranked. I actually enjoy seeing his match, seems like he's quite skilled, and I was just wondering if he could be like an old BroodWar veteran or something like that. So I start lurking on some forums and checking his name on other places on the internet, and well, I got surprised because actually Baker is LoveTT. And LoveTT is an old Chinese BroodWar veteran. He played on the World Cyber Games, he played professionally in Korea on a pro team, he tried his luck there. And he's quite an interesting Protoss player. He always played Protoss, even in Starcraft BroodWar and now in Starcraft 2, obviously, as you guys can see. So much respect for him. I'm actually surprised, but it's good to have very high ranked, very good and skilled BroodWar players transitioning into Starcraft 2. And he's facing here against another very high profile Zerg, oGsZenio, member of old generation Starcrafters team. Zenio is an awesome Zerg player, I would say. And well, I don't know if you guys recall him facing off against Hydra on the GSL2. Was a very intense series, and at the end of that series he just got up and threatened Hydra like making a slap move inside his booth. Was a bit awkward, a bit strange, but was just like a threatening move to Hydra saying I can own you, so watch it. And seems like that afterwards he made an interview claiming that Hydra always goes for BM when he's on the ladder playing on Battle.net, so he doesn't like him. And well, I guess we have a bit of a rivalry there. I found it interesting. I mean, you have rivalries basically on every sport, and having such in Starcraft 2 can only be healthy and good. I mean, I don't expect those guys to start slapping each other in real life, but some kind of aggression and being rivals in the game, I think it's pretty awesome, and I'm just waiting for the next chance to see both of them facing again, because I think it's going to be pretty intense. Okay, so focusing a bit now on the match. Not gonna dwell much about the players anymore. As you can see, Zenio went for a fast expo there, not the fastest ever. His spawning pool is already up. While here on this side, on Baker's side, he went for the gateway and working out of an assimilator. Doesn't even have any units still on the assimilator, which I find kinda curious. And now he's getting his first Zerglings out, so a couple of Zerglings heading the way of Baker. Probably gonna check what's going on here, because as you guys seen, Baker already established his Nexus as well, so he went for the fast expo, and probably was based on the probe that he had roaming around the base from Zenio that checked that he went for the fast expo, so he decided to do the same, to just copycat him and make sure he's gonna be able to establish his econ game and not gonna fall back. I mean, he's also a sign that Zenio wouldn't be going for any kind of early aggression, and I think that Zenio now is gonna notice exactly the same thing, because this Overlord is gonna spot the Nexus as well, so he knows that Baker is not considering any kind of very early aggression as well, so they're both preparing themselves at least for a fairly long game, I would say. Wall-off almost finished here for Baker. Yeah, it's basically finished. The gateway is going down there and two Zealots locking the place, and Zenio just trying to contain him, or at least keeping tabs on any unit that might come down the ramp while he gains map control. Look at all the Xel'Naga watchtowers controlled. This area here has an Overlord, and he's just very comfortable at the moment, preparing his game, probably planning into his mid-game which way he should go. While Baker doesn't have much by now, he just committed a lot to that Nexus, so I guess we're gonna have to wait a bit to see which way they're going. As you can see on the production tab, Baker going for the first units. There's a couple of Zealots heading into Zenio's base. Zenio spotted those with the Xel'Naga watchtower and pulled back with his Zerglings, and there's a Stalker coming out as well as a Warp Gate technology. Meanwhile, on Zenio's side, it appears that he's gonna make a lot of Zerglings, massing up plenty of them and getting Zergling speed. This hatchery here on the expo is already working as well, and incoming to Zealots, there's a lot of Zerglings here, and he's been taking care of his creep. As you can see, the creep tumors are already spreading, so not easy to actually fight this amount of Zerglings with only those two Zealots. So I think he was just checking, see if his opponent was actually taking care of his defenses or not, or if he could make a push. And seems like he just found out that Zenio had plenty to defend with and pulled back. As you can see, Zenio just going for really fast tech, already getting the lair tech up, and he only has like what? Let's check the units at the moment. 13 Zerglings, that's basically it. And seems like he's gonna try once again to check the door from Baker. I'm not sure if he's pulling back. I think he's just using all the Zerglings for scouting purposes, making sure there's no proxy pylons anywhere so he doesn't get caught offhand or get some surprise into his base. And he's just splitting them, sending this group here. I think they're gonna start poking at these rocks, the destructible rocks on the back of the Natural Expo. It's a good option. It's a nice way of applying some pressure onto your opponent, and it's gonna make him aware that you are there, you are that close, and you just need to destroy the rocks. Baker has here the motion detector. He placed a pylon on the back, and now pulling with these stalkers, while there's another group here on the front, but they just can't enter the place. It's just not possible, and Zenio has to pull back for now. Build wise, let's take a look. The lair is already going, Roach Warren now getting done, and already getting the glial reconstitution, so seems like that Zenio might be reinforcing his army with some roaches, or even transitioning and just go mass roach, something that you start seeing pretty often now amongst Zerg players, because roaches are indeed effective. Meanwhile, here on Baker's side, one gateway, and now he's getting, whoa, 4 more gateways there, 5, 6 gateways, Forge getting upgrades on the back. And does he have any gateway here? No, so working out of 6 gateways already, fairly early in the game, and getting upgrades for his ground units. There's an hallucination heading into the base of Zenio. He's going to take some more scouting information, it appears. I don't think there's much to see for now on Zenio's side, though he already has the hatchery, and I don't think he saw the hatchery. There's the Roach Warren, there's the hatchery, everything is basically spotted here, and this hallucination did her job. Now roaming around, leaving the base, checked already everything. Roaches knocking on this door, trying to destroy the rocks, while there's a big wave of roaches advancing here as well. And once again, this Phoenix has spotted this column of roaches advancing, so I think Baker will be aware of what's coming his way. He has a small group here poking at the rocks, staying out of range of this stalker, so they'll be able to destroy this. And look at Baker just sporting a lot of units while he's trying to advance here on the main door of the base. Whoa, nice force fields there, holding all of those Zerglings, just clamping them between force fields, and the roaches having a really hard time to advance and actually shoot the units from Baker, and Baker fending off that assault with some very, very effective force field use there. Meanwhile, the roaches have the rocks destroyed, and now Baker will have to be aware and take care of the units here and this entrance, or else he might be in trouble. Here comes the roaches once again, trying to push into the base. Once again, the force field containing the offense. Very nice play with the force fields by Baker here, and looks like Zenio is just massing up a lot of roaches on the main gate, applying the pressure, and I'm not sure how Baker is considering coming out of here, because as you guys can see, Zenio is just trying to force him to play on 2 fronts. He even has a borrowed roach here, once again coming up the ramp, shooting some of those stalkers down. There's a lot of roaches there, and with glial reconstitution and burrow, they'll be able to regenerate quite fast. Look at those roaches just hiding there, and apparently it doesn't seem like that Baker has any observer available for now, so he's not even able to spot them while burrowed. Zenio pulling back once again. He's been scouting all the base here, by the way. If you guys didn't notice, there are several overlords surrounding the 2 bases from Baker, and Baker now going for the 3rd base as well, since Zenio is already working on his 3rd for quite a while. While there's some pursuit going on here, the roaches are just pulling back, and now with the roach speed on the creep, they're just gonna get away into the main base. And apparently, yeah, Baker doesn't want to go into the creep. He knows how dangerous it is, so he's just pulling back, while we have another face-off here with the roaches on the back door of the Natural Expo from Baker, and there's not much left of that small roach group that has been harassing here and knocking on this back door. One single roach burrowing and running away from those stalkers. Baker will have to be aware of this place for the rest of the game, I would say. And here comes another